Okay, final segment here. See how quick I can get through this without boring you to tears. We covered the title that I used the Google AdWords keyword tool to kind of get an idea. What do I want to put in my title? How do I want to say what I want to say, but say it in a way that's most likely to be picked up by people searching Google? Another tool I didn't really cover was Google Trends. That's a similar tool that kind of says what's hot lately in searches. You can use it in kind of the same way and see what term might do better than another term. Okay, so here we are at Google Trends, and I am going to type in a couple of search terms and use commas to separate them. Sell my home, selling my home, sell your home, selling your home. You can put in up to 5, I think, unless they have changed this recently. How to sell and price your home. Let's see what we get here. This will give you a metric, kind of an algorithm of comparison. I want a factor of 1 being the best of all the results you chose. And you can see that in blue, selling my home got a factor of 1. Okay. My correction, I'm sorry. Sell my home got a factor of 1 over here. Selling my home got 10% of that, a factor of 0.1. Sell your home got 3.35. Selling your home got 2.75. Okay, so I misinformed you. I said 1 was the number, but obviously not. How to sell and price got a 0. And you can see what the trends are over time. 2004, that was a lot different than it is now. But nevertheless, you can pull this chart into, well, can you? Looking for the slider. Not seeing the slider. Okay, that's no longer available. But you can look at 2010, 2009, 2010, and you can see this yellow line, which is sell your home, is kind of the top performer until just recently when this green line, which is selling your home, became a high contender. Now, I don't know why. You have to kind of look and research this tool. And for example, southcoasttoday.com published an article, well, that was in 2005. Let's look at 2010. Selling your home without an estate agent on March 12, 2010 obviously generated a lot of traffic in March. Right here, 2010, you have to concede that people are searching the internet for how to sell your home without an estate, presumably a real estate agent, but that's how the Times titled their article. And I do digress a little bit, except for one point, in that you can take a topic like this and you can capitalize on it, because everybody in real estate or involved, even a novice like me, knows that trying to sell your house by yourself is a fool's errand. But a lot of people don't know that, and they're going to search for ways to do it, and there's people out there that will capitalize on that. And what is that? Assist to sell in those outfits that are trying to capture that market. Now I'm going to slide this because I did see a pop under briefly appear, but I just don't see it. Anyway, so here's the article, Times Online. You might read it, consider how to answer that article, how to throw up some points about pros and cons. This is obviously something based in England. So let the Brits figure out how to sell their houses without real estate agents. Meanwhile, take advantage of the YouTube tools, including Google Trends. Decide on the title and the topic that you want to talk about in a way that attracts the biggest, throw the biggest net you can for the coverage and the topic that you want to cover. So, on to our blog. We decided Jeff TV is a branding item. We want to keep that. How to sell your home in Palm Beach Gardens is probably the part of the title that will get the most discovery on Google and search engines. And secondary to that, what we want to cover is pricing Mirasol condos for sale, because that will get picked up under Mirasol condos for sale. So people will have the potential to discover this post in that manner. The funny thing about posts is they stick around a lot longer than you think, and 6 and 12 and 18 months from now, somebody will type in something about Mirasol condos for sale, and Jeff's website is going to have a higher level of domain authority. This is going to pop up. People are going to watch it. So it is important, and what I'm about to do, I don't advise you do as a practice. I'm going to do this to illustrate how to do the SEO part of writing a blog post. Always choose the content and the message above the SEO, because you are writing for people to read, and traffic and readership and a low bounce rate. Bounce rate is where people go to your website, look at it, decide they don't like what they see, and they leave it and go back to Google or go to a different website, and Google measures that. Google measures, you can see it in analytics, Jeff, on your analytics account. You can see your bounce rate. You can see how many people are discovering your site and saying, I don't want that, and they go away. So you might have 25% difficult to achieve, 50%, 75% bounce rate, but whatever your bounce rate is, you want to mitigate that, and so the way to do that is to create interesting content designed for people. Having said that, for this blog, I'm going to construct it around my keywords to demonstrate that you always want to be thinking about distribution of keywords and highlighting those keywords in order to cause your post to rank higher in Google. And Google does measure this stuff. It does read according to keywords and uses that along with its analysis of the entire post to decide what you are talking about. So I'm going to talk about what's in my title. So I'm going to switch to HTML here. You don't have to do this, but as you get comfortable, you can. I'll switch to HTML in a moment. But first, I'm going to create, for this post, an H2 tag. So I'm going to say, how to sell your home in Palm Beach Gardens for the best price possible in this market. So I have a sentence here, and I can do any number of things with this keyword, but I am going to make it this part right here. For now, let's bold it, just so I remember. I'm going to say, sell your home in Palm Beach Gardens. Now I've keyed into this, even though I've got the word how. A lot of people will just type in sell your home or sell a home. So I'm just going to try this. Then I'm going to make a couple of questions. This will lead them in to click the video and watch it, especially if they see this in a summary on Google. You know, you've seen the Google summaries. Let's just open one up. Who is on first? Dave Keys, Solutions by Dave and DaveKeys.com. And so here's my first hit, and I just repurposed DaveKeys.com from photography back to general web strategies and SEO just maybe 10 days ago, maybe a little less. This shows how domain authority and on-site optimization can really ratchet up a website. Domain authority comes from the age of your website. Anyhow,